Now sports with sports director Scott Lever.
Rockford Auburn graduate Vidarian Lowe will be playing the Super Bowl Sunday for the Patriots. Another state line man came close to getting in the Super Bowl this season. Freeport's Keondre Jackson. He was a rookie backup safety and special teams standout for the Baltimore Ravens. This afternoon, he was back home and back at his old high school, Freeport High School, where he got a warm welcome from students and staff. Jackson addressed the students during an assembly where he filled them in on his journey and encouraged them to believe in themselves and to pursue their goals. Jackson's a great example for them because he was not drafted coming out of college last spring. He had to make the Ravens roster the hard way. I asked him how proud he is of that accomplishment.
It means a lot to me. I mean, satisfied I wouldn't yet say it's the answer to say because it's a lot more football ahead of me and a lot more places where I want to be. But I would say very grateful, a lot of learning curves, a lot of things that I had to get through. And like you said, just never accepting the answer no. And, you know, it's going to be a lot of hurdles, but always jumping on no matter how high they are and just staying confident and staying true to the course. So just keeping it going.
There is so much to learn and absorb your first year in the NFL. From the business aspect, from the physicality of the league, the playbook, all that stuff. What was the biggest eye-opener for you that you did not expect when you entered the league?
If I'm being honest, I would say I'm a very, very active person, and just the amount of things that you do within a day is legitimately a 12 to 12, you know, especially when you want to do extra and take care of your body. And then the playbook, we all know the NFL playbooks can get real big, and especially at the Baltimore Ravens, man, you know, we got one of the hardest playbooks in the NFL. So I got there and off rip, man. I knew right then and there, like, I had to step my study up in. You know, that's kind of what I did a little bit, man.
I know you've always been confident in your ability, but now that you got that first year under your belt, I mean, how much more confidence do you have having established yourself that you can play at that level?
It's like my flame just grew bigger, you know, because there was times where I feel like I left a lot of plays out there. I made a lot of plays, but it was times where I felt like, you know, I could make more plays. And, I mean, I set the goal now. I said it before. I'm going all-pro next year, and I just let that be known right now.
If I'm right, you're still under contract with the Ravens for another year, and I know contracts in the NFL aren't quite as ironclad as they are in Major League Baseball and the NBA. So do you still feel like you have to go into this next year, this offseason, proving yourself once again?
Scott, you knew me since I was a young guy, man. I'm never satisfied. I'm never going into something thinking, oh, I made it or I arrived or, oh, this I'm set in stone. Like, I'm always going to have that. They could have paid me $100 million this year, and I still was going to have that mindset, and that's how I'm going to go in this next year.
When you were here at Freeport, you were a two-time all-conference defensive back, first-team all-conference. Back in those days, did you envision for yourself making a career out of playing football? Did you think that could happen?
I don't know. I never thought it could. I mean, since I was yay high, man, I always just had a vision to go play in the NFL. It never was even, and I didn't even really know what the NFL was. I wanted to play at the highest level, whatever that was. You know, I sat back and watched TV on my grandma TV, on my mom TV, on my dad's TV, and kind of seen it all. So when you a young kid, you just become satisfied with it. I don't know why, I don't know how, but that's just what it was for me. And I told myself, and as I got older, the more understanding I became of it, I told myself, you know, that's where I want to be, and that's where I'm gonna go.
Well, gotta be happy for Keondre.